This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Okay, this pack is pretty good. I don't think Fangorn is that good, honestly. I mean, it costs a bunch of mana, and it has an effect that's not that great. We've got some good uncommons. Don't really think you want to take Shadow Summoning because it's gold, but Faramir's great, as we saw in the last draft. Elrond's also really good. When we look at our commons, we've got Athelian Kingfisher, which is a nice one, but I do think it's worse than these two uncommons. Because we just drafted a black-white deck and I'm interested in doing something different, I'm going to grab Elrond here. I mean, Fangorn's definitely playable, but I don't think first pickable, really. Eowyn's really good. So is Ranger's Firebrand. Yeah, nothing else in this pack. Well, no, Smite the Deathless is really good too, actually. Two really good red spells here. And we've got an Eowyn who is really good. I think Eowyn is better than premium removal, honestly. Like your typical premium removal. She just creates such a powerful effect that I think I'm going to go with her. Yeah, blue-red, I guess, would be more of a change than the black-white deck we just drafted. Okay, there's a Book of Mazar Bul, which I think is really good, but there's also Prince Imrahil. I'd probably just take him, given what our first two picks were. I think I would take Book of Mazar Bul, like, pack one, pick one. There's another Firebrand, too. But given what we already have, I like the idea of grabbing Imrahil here. He's a really good payoff for drawing extra cards. There's Legolas, who's not that exciting for a signpost uncommon anyway. Harwin's Gift draws us extra cards. We've already got 3 legendary creatures. Yeah, I guess that's where we're going to go. Okay, I like Metal Door a reasonable amount. Can re-trigger Scry is the main thing we can do with it right now, but we're likely to get more things. It's also a 4th legendary creature out of 5 picks, which is pretty wild. I do like Glorious Gale and Lorien Revealed. Like, I wouldn't hate either of those. I wouldn't even hate Bill Ferny, but I think Metal Door is better. You know, 4 mana, 3/3 flyer, blinks things. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, the Scry deck is one I do also really want to try. Okay. So we do have Gandalf Sanction here. Right now we don't have any. We have 1 spell. It is definitely splashable, like in a deck like blue-black. I'm less certain I want it in blue-white. I mean, it's not locked in that we're going to be blue-white. There's definitely a chance we go blue-red. But we also have a Willow Wind here, which I think is good enough to take over a gold card that is going to take some work to do something. Like, this has a way higher ceiling than Willow Wind, but Willow Wind has a much better floor. I don't really like this card. I don't think it does enough in terms of tempo, even with the stuff it gains you. I do like Rivendell. Probably a little more than Birthday Escape, although maybe with Imrahil around I should want Birthday Escape. But I don't know. Rivendell's pretty good, especially when you have a bunch of legendaries. Yeah. I'm going to take a land. Yeah, blue's open. We could end up in blue-red, I guess, still. Okay. I do like Swarming of Moria more than I like Bill Ferny or Bewitching Leechcraft or Treason of Isengard. I probably take Bill Ferny just because we know blue's open. And it's fine. Rivendell scries. It's a land that scries if you have a legendary creature. And right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legendary creatures, which is a lot. I think we had like 6 last time. We never did use the white one, it's true, but that's pretty anecdotal. It's pretty good. I mean, you know, we never had occasion to use it, but they are all pretty good. especially if you have a bunch of legendaries and can minimize the downside. Yeah, mono blue would be interesting. There's not really... I like it when sets have like one random rare or mythic that's like super strong, but nobody can play it unless they're monocolored. That's always fun. This set doesn't have one of those. I mean, I feel like Mirkwood Bats, I think I've, you know, that's one that I almost immediately was like, maybe I underrated that card. And, yeah. Probably take Glorious Gale here over Deceive the Messenger. I'd rather have Essence Scatter with upside than -3/-0 with upside. Okay. So this does go well with Imrahil. But white doesn't seem that open, frankly. So I'm less certain I'm going to be in white right now. I think we probably still take Captain of Umber, but it's tempting to take, like, Lorien Revealed. Yeah, I mean, I did note, that's true. I guess in the set review, I was like, this might be better. Even though, so it's a little less underrated seeming, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what our second color will be. We would do okay if we switched to blue-green, I think. If that Legolas wheels, I mean, it's not that good, but it is fine. Yeah, I'd say green's pretty open, huh? I'm not desperate for a second Arwen's Gift. I think I'm going to grab Generous Ent, which I love as like a big, beefy thing that can help us stabilize. All three of these are playable green cards, so I think I'm going to jump on the green train here. Yeah. I already have enough high drops that I'm not super excited about Enraged Warren. I think I'll take the Lookout. Not that it's great, but... Okay, Bag into Porter's looking pretty good in our deck. So, kind of looks like we're going to shift into blue-green. Yeah, another decent green card. Here's War of the Last Alliance again. I don't think we're taking it, though. Another Willow Wind. Right now, we're not that good at scrying. We're okay at it, but Nimrodel Watcher might be worth it. I also like Saruman's Trickery, though. I think Saruman's Trickery is probably better than either of these. Or either of these. So yeah, we'll take the Trickery. I do think Faramir is probably better than Trickery, but... I mean, I could think about pivoting back into that. It's not like any of these green cards are insane, I guess. Maybe I do just take Faramir. It's less good if we're not sacking things and stuff, but he's still pretty good. Yeah. I'm going to take Faramir and see what happens. Okay, so there's Rosie Cotton. I don't think we're going to be able to use her amazingly well. But we probably can use her. Yeah, she seems pretty good. Maybe I just take another white card here. Green cards here aren't amazing. There is a Kingfisher, which I know I'm going to play. Rosie Cotton's definitely better than Kingfisher. Yeah, maybe I just take the Kingfisher. I know I'm going to play this. I'm less certain. Yeah. Another Shire Sheriff. Old Man Willow's exciting. Gives me a reason to try to splash black. Lots of decent black cards. Good fixing. Not scrying so much that I love Chance Met Elves right now, but I'm probably doing it enough. Yeah, I think it's what we take here. So yeah, I think we're back to looking like this. Back to blue-green. I mean, basically every limited format these days is a get those 2 drops format, frankly. So yes, I assume this will be one too. We've got a little bit of food. I don't really want a second Bill Fernie. It is fixing, I guess, but... Stalwarts of Asgiliath would be kind of interesting if I felt like blue-white was going to get there, but I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Mushroom Watchdogs. Yeah, this deck so far, I mean, we're not there on synergy compared to what we did last time, that's for sure. Captain of Umbar is a lot less good if we're not the draw 2 deck. Ooh. So I do think we want this. We've got enough Scry already to make it work, and we're likely to pick up more. So I think it's really good. 2 mana draw 2 is pretty good, and that's ultimately what it is. Since, you know, you really, I mean, you can get away with playing this thing if you have like 2 cards with Scry in your deck, and we already have more than that, obviously. So. Really has been a long time since we've had a format where you don't have to have a bunch of 2-drops. I mean, even formats where there's, you know, grindy decks are a real thing. Maybe you don't have to have 2-drops, but you have to have early removal or you die, you know, like in Dominaria United. Another generous Ent. There's also a Lembas, which I like. I'm kind of leaning towards another Ent, though. They're such good top curve, and they can help you hit land drops early. Yeah. Also makes food. So, I mean, you know, it's late game food, but hey, watchdogs like food either way. So this is a blue-green card. It's not a great one. It's not terrible. It is probably what we're going to end up taking. I do like Elven Farsight and Birthday Escape. Leechcraft's not terrible, but it's not great removal. I think we'll take Legolas here. I mean, based on the set review, I would say this is a lower power format than we've seen recently, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be slower. That's a nice Ents Fury. Pretty late. Curve looks pretty good overall. We have a lot of legendaries, as one would expect. Which is good news for Baggin, Porter, and Rivendell. All right, I'm happy to take a Nimrodel Watcher here. I think it's a nice 2-drop when you're scrying. Unblockable 3/1 is a very real thing. I mean, it dies to like everything, but it's a 2-drop, so that's okay. I think there are a couple of decks where you can go 3 colors if things line up correctly. Obviously, Grixis looks like it's pretty synergistic. And I also think blue, green, white can potentially work. Speaking of which, we could take mini partings here, which would give us fixing. I don't have anything that I'm that desperate to play, but I think the upside of fixing is enough of a reason to take it in case we open something crazy. This scries, but I think Bill Fernie is just a better card overall. I think we'll take a Watchdogs. I think Gift of Strands... actually, I think Gift of Strands is... Well, I don't think I want to play 2, but I think the first one's pretty good. Hey, Legolas. We have both Legolases now, and this is really good. I guess we've only got 1 fight effect so far, so he's not going to be insane, but either way, he's quite good. The other options in this pack aren't great anyway, so we will take Legolas, who can... Anytime we target an opposing creature, he does 1 damage to them, at least. But if he gets targeted by things, he gets a +1/+1 counter. By our things. We have both Legolases. Probably don't play Captain of Umber in this deck. Ooh, I like Delighted Halfling a lot. 1 mana Dorks and Limited are good. Interest Restoration, if I had some reason to fix, I would take it. Baggin Porter looks like a beefy creature for our deck, but it's definitely Delighted Halfling. It's definitely the best card in this pack. If we play this on turn 1, I mean, you know, Yeah, I'd like to pick up another Ent's Fury now that I have Legolas. The Bat Song is interesting. Here's a Shire Terrace if I really wanted fixing, but there's also just another Nimrodel Watcher. And I think I'd probably just go with that. Okay. I think I like Isolation at Orthonk better than Leechcraft or Mirror Mare Guardian. It's just better removal than Leechcraft, and Mirror Mare Guardian's okay, but... Yeah, there's an uncommon... It's much less likely to get passed to us than Ent's Fury, but there is an uncommon bite spell that makes food. Whoa. Second Delighted Halfling. It's also a Woe's Pathfinder, which is interesting, but I think we go with Second Delighted Halfling here. Now our chances of having a 1-mana mana dork are like way higher than they should be in Limited. Do I have enough instants and sorceries to try to play Gandalf? No. Like even if I splashed him. I don't think any of these things are that likely to make the cut for us. I'll take a Deceive though. I don't have one of those. Yeah, I mean, we could have had a lot of fixing. We've seen a lot of late Mirkwood bats. Someone's going to be happy about that. Lots of stuff here I wouldn't mind. Pippin's Bravery's not a bad trick. Good counterspell, but I do think Kingfisher's probably just better. It's just, you know, counterspells have their problems where you have to have them at the exact right time. Could have had a good blue-white deck, I guess, huh? We'll take a Pippin's Bravery now. We didn't end up, I don't think this time, with any, like, insane value engines or bombs. I guess we didn't really have any bombs in our last deck either, but there are going to be some games where a turn 1 Delighted Halfling sticks and we just win. So, that's nice. Obviously, we have a lot of cuts to make. It's always harder at the beginning of a format. Yeah, I think we want this bag importer. We have enough legendaries that it's going to be quite the beater. Probably not really. And there's another one. I think we take it over another Soothing of Smeagol. Don't think any of that's making the cut. Thank you for the sub. Water Isto. Uwu. I guess we do have Gift of Strands, which will work with Legolas. It's pretty spicy, in fact. Okay. Don't think we're that interested in Deceive the Messenger in this deck. Don't really need many partings. Pippin's Bravery might make it. How much do I want Lothlorien Lookout? I don't have, like, so much scry payoffs that having a bad 2-drop that scries is that important to me. Like, the Watchers are definitely the... I guess the Chance Met Elves to a lesser extent. I am going to cut at least one of them. Bill Ferny's nothing special. Yeah, I don't think we keep Bill Ferny. We still have enough legends. for our cards that care about that. I don't think we keep the Bravery. I mean, the Bravery, I guess with Legolas plus a few food around, I do maybe want to hold on to Pippin's Bravery now that I think about it. I wish I had a little bit more scry. That much is clear. I'm going to cut the Guardian. Legolas honestly isn't that great. It might just be what I'm supposed to cut. Yeah, this is kind of, you know, our earlier deck was so synergistic, and this one is less so. Could have used some more scry for sure. I mean, getting Elrond in play is going to be, like, really strong, but keeping him in play is a whole other thing. Well, Mushroom Watchdogs isn't very good, is it? The only food we have is at the top of our curve. I could consider maybe cutting a land. Our curve actually isn't that high. We've got 2 Delighted Halflings and 2 Generous Ents. I can probably get away with cutting a land. Yeah. I think we hold on to the Lookout because we have enough cards that like Scry that I think it's going to be worth it. And I could use the 2 drops, so. All right. A lot less confident about this deck. Let's see how it goes. Fortino. That would be nice. That would be nice. Thank you for the bits, Taser. I think we can get away with keeping this. It's definitely a little sketchy, but we're on the draw. We have a 2-drop. You know. So the first time I went to a game store was in Mandeville, Louisiana. I grew up in a small town in New Mexico that didn't have a game store. But my dad, when I was 13, moved to Louisiana. And they actually had a game store. So there you go. It's called, I don't even know if it still exists. It's called Gamers Conclave, or was. Limbos. I would, you know, we passed one of those. Might have been nice. Okay. Do I want to play... I mean, this plays better with the trick, so I think I'm going to play Lothlorien Lookout. Hey, there's Elrond. Would love if they would block. Seems highly unlikely, but, you know. So it looks like they're a legit Scry deck, so we'll see if we get beat down by, like, a more synergistic version of what we did. See if I can get them to block. That would be glorious. I don't really think I want another land right now. Thank you, though. I can't imagine they do. Like, why would you block here? They are seriously considering it. They decided not to, though. Darn. Okay, so let's do this. Play Nimrodel Watcher. There is a Discord, but it's only for patrons and channel members, to answer that question. So in terms of the YouTube videos, I don't know. There's ups and downs. There always have been. My content has always been sort of strange in that it has a long life. Like, you know, most of my content is evergreen, meaning people... It's not about something current in Magic 99% of the time. So they're gonna... Do they get tempted by the ring here? No. Just... so even though sometimes my content doesn't do that great in the first week or whatever, it has a long life. Like, my content gets viewed. Old videos of mine get viewed, I think, a lot more than typical... Like, if I did videos that were all about what's happening in Magic right now, would. So... I do not have a good block here. Five. I mean, I think it's probably worth an attack here. If they double block, I can use Pippin's Bravery. The downside about that is... I can't do anything else with my turn, and that isn't awesome. I could also just cast Arwen's Gift, make this unblockable, and get the Scry going. That doesn't seem terrible, but it also doesn't seem great. Yeah. I almost think just attacking with Nimrodel Watcher here is the best thing. It's tempting to try to scry and do something like that here, but I think just adding a big 4/4 to the board is honestly going to be plenty good. So, I like that they took it. Let's play Bag into Porter now. Glad you enjoy the content, Laughing Dice. It is unfortunate that that can just trade straight up. Yeah, they're going to get tempted by the ring now, too. Playing Willow Wind and attacking for 3 unblockable seems reasonable enough here. It's probably what our turn will consist of. It's amazing we haven't hit any of our legendaries. You know, to make Bag into Porter better and stuff. I think a 6th land isn't the worst idea because of Generous Ent. I mean, the thing is, I have other things I can do, and I'm not desperate to play Generous Ent, so maybe I'd just rather draw some more action. I mean, I can cast Arwen's Gift if I need to, so yeah, we'll just put both of those on the bottom. Attack for 3 unblockable. Yeah, they can eat their food to make Mushroom Watchdogs a 3/3. I mean, I think I block with Lothlorien Lookout here. This can only be activated as a sorcery. And if they have their own Pippin's Bravery, trading for that is perfectly fine with me. They may not have realized, if they made a mistake here and didn't realize this is a sorcery only effect, I'm going to regret not blocking, and I think that is maybe what happened there. Okay. So let's cast Arwen's Gift. Well, another flyer seems good. I don't feel like I'm going to have mana up for Glorious Gale anytime soon. But I'll leave that on top. I'm probably going to play the Halfling here. Attack for 6. Yeah, I think they made a mistake with their Watchdog attack that I could have really taken advantage of. But maybe not. Maybe it's all a bluff. Maybe they just decided using Pippin's Bravery to kill my Lookout is definitely not worth it. So in the end, we did end up drafting 2 decks that are 2 completely different colors, at least, you know? 2 very different decks. I don't have Scry in my hand right now like I've had like every other turn. Yeah, it's annoying. Alright, well now the fact that I don't have Scry doesn't upset me that much. What are they doing? Their hand is empty. What? Oh, that's the Ring Bearer. But still, why did that attack me? I could double block it, but it's definitely not worth it. Okay. Well... I'm gonna attack with Bag into Porter here. If they try to single block it, I can use Pippin's Bravery pretty effectively. If they double block, obviously I don't bother, but yeah. So, Pippin's Bravery. Kind of think I just play another Porter. Could land cycle, but I don't really think it's worth it. I'd rather just cast the Ent eventually. Hey! That's annoying. They have their own Ent. Well, that's gonna make things a little trickier. I was kind of hoping they'd sack both and I'd be able to block it with Bag into Porter, but that's not how it's gonna go. Oh, okay. Or maybe it will. Yeah, I definitely block now if it attacked me. Do I just play my own Ent? Or do I want to do, like, Council's Deliberation plus Legolas? These will be 5/5s if I play Legolas. So, let's Council's Deliberation. Alright, we draw land. Then we play Legolas. And unfortunately, we are going to end our turn. But we are getting closer to where we want to be in terms of Yeah, that's going to give him some nice gas here. I'm interested to see how this card does. I thought about taking it. I mean, it has potential, and I think in this game it's probably going to be pretty good. You know, you end up drawing enough for that to be the case. Hey, I was hoping we'd see Gift of Strands. Now that is spicy. Okay. So he will get +4/+4 from Gift of Strands. Effectively. These will both be 5/5s. They do have one card in their hand, and if they can interact with it, that's going to be kind of bad. But there's some serious upside here. So I definitely attack with both Bag-End Porters. Maybe I don't attack with Legolas. Yeah, I probably don't. Yeah, we'll just attack with the Porters. They both become 5/5s. If they just take one, I can kill them with Gift of Strands. And they do just take one. I guess we go for it, because if they have a way to interact, we're dead. I mean, they 2-for-1 us. I guess that, if I do put it here and they have a way to interact, the difference is this dies and I still hit them for 5. It's a hard choice. Do I go for the kill? I'm going to go for the kill. They only have 2 mana, but there are 4 cards that they could have used to interact there. So, at least 4 that I can think of. And that's enough. But, in the end, I think, you know, obviously it worked out, so. So obviously we did the right thing, is what that means. That's what that means. All right, this hand looks fine-ish. Might have to actually Forest Cycle. Hate that. Yeah, we still got a 100% win rate in this format. How long can we keep it up? Hey, look, they have Mines of Moria, and this just got countered, I think. All right. Let's play our Kingfisher. I'll probably take 2 if they attack. They don't attack. So we know they have counter magic now, which, you know, that matters. That can't counter Gift of Strands, but they have so many cards that could interact with Gift of Strands that I'm still not going to play it. At least not now. I might think about it at the end of their turn. I think we'll end our turn here. I could try to play Bag-End Porter, but they would counter it, so... I think I'm going to cast Gift of Strands here in response while they have 1 mana up. It's much less likely they can kill it now. We're going to bottom both of those. And if they do kill it, I still draw a card, so I don't hate it. And also they're on a 4-turn clock now, so, you know, that tends to be pretty good. They might have the tap card here, tap draw card, scry 1. Nope, they do actually have removal. And I don't get to draw. But it's still, I don't know, it's a 2-for-1. However, I can also do this. Yeah. Oh no, Mount Doom. That is a powerful land. Probably the most powerful land in the set. Now they also have mana up for their counter magic. Let's cast Council's Deliberation here. I think I would rather have that countered. The Ent seems like it might go a long way towards stabilizing us, although this is a problem. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll let them counter our Kingfisher. This is going to be my last draft, so however long that takes is how much longer I'll be doing it. Yeah, we're taking 4. I hope they don't have more counter magic. If they do, I think we're kind of out of luck. Like, if they counter this Generous Ent, it's going to be such a big tempo hit. Ooh. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. They don't have a legendary artifact right now, so Mount Doom can't win them the game, which is what would happen. Okay. Adding mana doesn't do any good. We go to 9. The Ring Bearer is unblockable. We're going to send 2 big boys at him here. I don't think we cast Isolation. I'm going to hold on to that. Attack them for 9 here. I might just try to win with Pippin's Bravery if they don't block. Can't imagine they don't block, but, you know, could happen. Improvised club, huh? I don't think we sack this, even though it would drop them to 2. These are both going to be... Yeah, we'll hold on to the food. We're at low enough life that I don't really think I can afford to do that. Probably going to get rid of the Ring Bearer here, barring something crazy. Well, that's pretty crazy. So I guess we're going to take 2 here. Then I'm going to cast this, get rid of the War Beast. It's not quite good game. Oh, no, yeah, it is. Yes, it is. We just won with 2 big old green creatures, you know? I didn't do anything that fancy in that game. Other than play some big boys. We're up to 9-0. Still at 100%. I can't imagine this deck manages to, go 7-0 again. I just can't imagine. Yep, I'm sure I'm stopping. Unfortunately, there's severe weather headed my way, and I can't keep streaming once it reaches that point. So even if I start 14-0, I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to have to stop. It's not a great hand. I mean, if my opponent has a fast curve, I'm in trouble. We haven't seen a whole lot of that so far. I wonder if I want to force cycle here. I think I probably do. No 1-drop and no 2-drop works for me. We're actually going to have a legendary in play when our bag-end porter comes down. That'll be a nice change. Yeah, I like that card, Swarming of Moria. Land number 4. I mean, I have Generous Ent number 2 in my hand, but I could attack again just to scry, and I guess it blocks the 2/2, so I'd rather do that, actually. So they got 5 mana all of a sudden. I don't love that. That's pretty annoying. I've been pretty impressed with the Trebuchet so far. I mean, obviously we haven't lost to it because we haven't lost, but it's been... I mean, I thought it was going to be pretty good for a common, but it's been a big problem. Yeah, it's really good with stuff like Nasty In, that's for sure. Okay. Well, I think we go ahead and attack with both things. Do I want Delighted Halfling right now? I honestly don't really think I do. I mean, I'm probably just going to play bag into porters on my next 2 turns, so I don't see it being a big part of my game plan. Land number 5. Another look at it. Put it on the bottom. I have put so many lands on the bottom that... Well, I guess just 2 lands and a mana dork, actually. We haven't managed to get a turn 1 Generous Hobbit yet, which is a little sad, I think. Okay, so... I'm probably supposed to cast Isolation at Orthonk and hit them for 5 here. Generous Ent will keep those boulders from hitting us in the face. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't know how much I like the whole, like, create multiple cards for one character thing that they did here. And I mean, they've been doing it for a little while. But, you know, for some of them it makes sense, like Aragorn having, you know, the different sort of persona and all that, but some of them make less sense. Yeah, that's an Oliphant. Alright, well, we're going to attack for 5. They take it. Yeah, like, he makes sense. Some of them don't make as much sense. But... yeah, I'll play another Porter. Put that on the bottom. This is... they can hit us pretty hard here, but we can swing back for a lot, so... think maybe I'm okay with it. So maybe I'm supposed to block the Oliphant, huh? I might have to. Yeah, I probably do. The awful part about that is they get to amass. They're hitting us for 12 here. I can definitely not swing back for enough. Yeah, that's bad. But we're going to block. I don't think we're going to win this one. We're finally going to lose after starting 9-0. Well, we might be okay, actually. I think we attack again with Bag End Porter. If they want to trade Gargaroths, that's okay. I'm about to play a 5-7, so the idea of... Okay, well, they're blocked like that. That makes sense. Either way, playing this 5-7 is pretty good. As long as they don't have, like, the usual removal. How many lands have I bottomed? The usual, yeah, 2 Mana Dorks and 3 lands are on the bottom. Ugh. You know, I would have really liked to have mana up for Glorious Gale at some point, but it just didn't ever line up that way. Thinking I'm gonna chump block here. Yeah, I can't block you. Oh, I can block that. That's right. That's why you're highlighted. Yeah, I know the Ent can't block it. I think I probably chump while I can. Hopefully they don't have Death Touch. Oh no, they have the Death Touch trick. If they have that, I think we just lost. I can live with that. Goodness. I don't know how many lands I have to put on the bottom of my library, but it seems like a lot. I think we just leave up Glorious Gale and Rivendell and food and pass here. Yeah. We're not in a great position. But my 4-4 can at least block their 4-4. If they play a scary creature, I can counter it. So, I can live with it. Okay, so we're going to block that and that. Unfortunately, I just don't think I have enough life to risk taking 2 every turn. That is a pretty good flavor win. And no thank you. Don't really want a menace creature all up in my business. Yeah, I guess we play Bag End Porter and Kingfisher here. We are going to get tempted by the ring, finally. Ooh, yeah, we'll leave you. More legendaries is good, and another reach creature is pretty good, too. Can we stabilize? That is the question. It's going to be tough, but not impossible. They're just attacking with this to get a free scry because they can't do anything else with their turn. So I'll take it. Interesting. Well, they don't have any reach. Let's play Legolas. Yeah, I'd like to draw that because I'm going to scry... Well, I guess I'm not if I'm not going to draw a creature. But now Rivendell can scry, so we're good. Yeah, this is going to be unblockable. We're in good shape here. It's going to be close, but I'm liking what I'm seeing overall. Guess I'm going to sack my food finally. And we're going to cast Council's Deliberation. I think adding to the board and scrying is better than just using Rivendell, obviously. Yeah! We pulled that one out. We drew pretty well there late, and clearly they were bricking. They were bricking enough that they just wanted to scry with their little 1-1 over and over again. Yeah, we're off to a 10-0 start. I don't know if this bodes well or what, but it's a good way to start either way. Yeah, I think if Elrond sticks in play, our scry nonsense can really take off. But if we don't get Elrond, you know, our scry engine is much more fragile. Much more fragile. Ooh, look what we got. We got turn 1, Delighted Halfling, but of course we don't actually have a 3-drop, but we can play Nimrodel and then another Delighted Halfling. That's something. We haven't gotten to play a turn 1 Halfling yet. Oh, there we go. That's way better. Turn 2 Kingfisher is some business. Well, that takes the shine off of it a little bit. Okay, so let's play... Not like that. Oh, not like that either. I was hoping I would draw a land. If I drew a land there, I would have been able to play our 3/3 flyer, but, you know. So this is a pretty big problem. Since I have 2 X1s in play, at least one of them draws me a card, I guess. Yeah, there's Nazgul. He's now a ring bearer. I'm gonna take 1. There we go. If only this was enter the battlefield, draw a card, huh? That would have been nice. I can actually leave up... No, I can't. I have to pay 4 either way. I was trying to see if I could leave up Glorious Gale, but I can't. I could Isolation at Orthonk on this, and then just attack them for 5. That's pretty good tempo. The bad news is the ring tempts them again, so it's probably not that great. So I think we probably just attack for 2. And then play Meneldor. How do you want me to scry? I can't scry, sadly. There's no scrying here. Alright, well, that's going to be a 3-4 now. Okay. It's a little sad that we drew what we did, but we're having mana problems anyway. So hit them for 5 here. And play Bag-in Porter. This big 4-4 has been doing some work so far, but that's what it's not so good against. Now this is bad. They're at level 3. I mean, the good news is they're not adding to their board because they kind of can't, you know? So Isolation at Orthonk is probably going to be pretty good at some point. Maybe now they will add to their board. Yeah, they do. Okay, so hitting them for 5 here is probably what I want to do. I don't have a legendary right now, so I don't really want to go that route. But I will draw an island, because I can leave up Glorious Gale at least. So hit them for 5. So the bad news is this Goblin Fire Leaper is going to be kind of a nightmare at some point. But I'm hoping before that point comes that we'll be okay. Oh, that point already came, didn't it? So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to block here, but there's a chance they can buff this a bunch, and then, or maybe not. The bad news is I don't have Glorious Gale up anymore to stop their reach creature. Oh, that was a really lucky draw, because I can just slap it on this and win the game. Because it becomes unblockable and huge. Yeah. I mean, there are probably a few other cards that win us the game there, but I don't think there's that many. The luck is real. I mean, I could have bounced the reach creature or something, but I probably would have had to bounce something else to survive there. Heart of the cards, that's right. Oh, we're up against Reed Duke. We had an epic game against him once in early access. One that we somehow managed to win. Nice. There's going to be some scry on scry action here, I think. There's too many things. There's the 1 blue mana spell that amasses, so I don't think you can really block in that situation. Are they leaving up counter magic? That's the question. Guess not. I think I'd probably just cast Arwen's Gift here. I could try casting the Gift of Strands, but more can go wrong if I do that. I think we just cast Arwen's Gift and try to attack for 5 here. And I think we're happy with both of these. Legolas is good with Gift of Strands. Guess maybe I want the Kingfisher first. I mean, I'm likely to just play Willowwind next turn is the thing, but I think drawing both of those is still pretty appealing. Yeah, I think he's mana screwed, which is good news for us, I guess. Yeah, he's missed several land drops, and he's only got one color. So that was not the epic match we had last time, which sucks for him. And, you know, it sucks for me, too, in terms of, like, the quality of that content. I am now 2-0 against Reduke, is all I'm saying, but... Nobody could have won that game, though. We had, like, an amazing draw. Like, if you get that Nimrodel Watcher and you scry every turn... and your opponent is mana screwed, like, they're just gonna die, you know? So, the luck has been real. I've probably lost to him before, and I don't remember. I just remember the times I won because, you know, why would I remember losing? He's not one of the greatest Magic players of all time or anything. Which I'm nowhere close to being. That's what's great about Magic, you know? Interesting, interesting. So, I probably play the Halfling on turn 1, especially if I draw a land. It's a little sketchy, but I think I'm still going to do it. The reason it's sketchy is Rivendell's going to enter tapped. If I draw a land, though, what can I do? I can't really do anything, so it's probably just better to play Rivendell, frankly. Forest Cycle. I do like Mordor Muster. Let's play the Halfling. Got some mana problems here. We do only have 16 lands, so, you know. With 2 Halflings plus 2 Land Cyclers, I thought that was okay, but... I mean, Land Cycling for 1, like I said in the set review, is way better than Land Cycling for 2, so I think it's a pretty big upgrade. Yeah, the Kingfisher does have cool art. I'm definitely not blocking. That would be wild. Drawing a land here would be great, because I could play Bag into Porter. Or Melindor. Probably play Bag in Porter and then Melindor, though. Hey, we drew a land. So, yeah, we'll play Bag in Porter. I also think the cards they've put them on overall are better. Other than the only one that is probably better than all of these is the white one from the last set because, you know, it was a removal spell. But the other 4 ended up... the blue one was okay, too. The other 3... the black one was okay, too. They were all kind of okay. I mean, I'm not blocking. It just doesn't seem like I should. Bill the Pony... Well, we're going to play Menaldor here, which will let my Bag into Porter attack as a 4/4. I mean, 5/5. Ent's Fury is going to be pretty good at some point. But yeah, like the black one, the red one, the green one, those seem especially good to me. Even, I mean, they're all... The white one is the one I'm, like, sort of the most skeptical about. Like, it's a strong trigger if you get it late. But unlike the others are all, like, reasonable creatures even if they're alone, and that one is not. The 6 mana, whatever it is. I don't know what they're trying to do with that 1/1. Maybe they're just bluffing their way through, hitting me for 1 damage over and over again, but I think I can live with it if that's the plan. Are we going to get Shire Sheriff to make up for what we did in our... No. Okay. All right. Ooh. I don't like that. So she can remove her indestructibility counter to put a counter on Bill and herself, and they gain lifelink. That's gross. So Ent's Fury is not especially good here. Isolation at Orthonk isn't terrible, but it's also not great. There's not much I can do here. God, she's a nightmare when your opponent has 1 mana up. Which is, I think, what I said in the set review, and it's bearing out that way. So I'm going to land cycle this. Grab a forest. So I think what I have to do is just pass and leave up Isolation at Orthonk so that I can interact with Arwen's nonsense. Yeah, I think that's my plan here. Okay. That becomes a problem in a few turns. Starts drawing them 2 cards once they're out of cards. Interesting. Well, I think I'm going to bounce Bill the Pony either way. They are going to get more food, but if I get rid of Bill, Arwen isn't nearly as much of a problem. So let's put Bill away. I mean, she can still block indefinitely, like, so that's not great, but you know, I think we attack here. I imagine they're just blocking and not doing anything else, but okay. Well, we were a little worried they had the Death Touch trick, and I guess I should have kept that in mind even after Bill got bounced, but that's okay. It's just a 1-for-1 trade. What's the big deal? Then we'll play Willow Wind. I don't think we want any of those. We no longer have a power 4 creature, although I can combine Pippin's Bravery to make that happen. God, Arwen's annoying. I mean, I guess I just shouldn't have attacked there, especially because earlier I was like, I bet they have the Death Touch trick, and I didn't do anything about it. Like, that's why they kept attacking with the 1/1, and that's what I suspected. I guess I convinced myself they were bluffing. Okay. Let's attack with Willow Wind. Then cast Council's Deliberation. We hit a land, which isn't too bad. But yeah, we can't really do anything else. And Bill's going to come back and make even more food. This is going to be a tough one to win. Said that a few times and we've somehow managed to win them all, but I don't know about this time. I guess maybe what I'm going to have to try to do is just win with a race with Willow Wind in the air and hope they don't have removal. I think that's what I'm going to go for here. I think that's our best bet. I also get to draw a card off of that in my graveyard. They have 1 mana up, so... Bottom. Okay. Why do you have to give it indestructible until end of turn? Like, that's the part that's the most maddening. Guess we'll play the Porter. Yeah. Ooh, I kind of didn't think they would do that when they're not doing something crazy, because they do hold on to lifelink, but now they can no longer be indestructible, which is good news. What's not good news is that they can gain like 8 life. That part's not good. Alright, so I'm gonna block Harwin and see what happens. Shalob's ambush again. Yeah, that's a good trick. It's the one I like the most in the set review. So, I guess I could use Pippin's Bravery to kill her. It's a 2... Well, it ends up being a 2 for 2, I guess. Let's give it a try. The bad news is, if they empty their hand, they start drawing so many cards. So, that part's not good. But... yeah, they might have a response here. They might kill the bag into Porter. It doesn't end up being that bad of an exchange for us. I mean, it's not a good exchange, but... they're going to gain 9 life here, for one thing. But if I can kill Bill with Ent's Fury, I'm going to be pretty happy. That might be easier said than done. But... yeah, we do kill that. They have so much life. And they can gain even more. Oh, no. Now they can get Arwen back. I guess I should have thought that was a possibility. Okay, they don't have mana up, so I can kill her. That's the good news. The bad news is Bill's still going to be hitting hard and has lifelink. Do I need to kill Bill more? Such a funny sentence. I kind of think we do, unfortunately. He just gains... his ability to gain life right now is so bad. They have 1 mana up? What do you... what? How? Oh, they do. File of Galadriel. Yeah. Welp. I think that means we just attack for 6 and play our Ent. Our Ent is Bill. Big. If nothing else. Will-O-Wisp has done so much damage in this game. Oh, he's a ring bearer. That's no fun. We're gonna take 7 here, but kind of think it's what I need to do. To be fair, if she came down on 3, we would have been able to deal with her. But the fact that they were even able to bring her back, you know, it's pretty gross. Of course. Yeah, we're losing this one. It's official. We go to 1, they go up to 19. They still have Arwen's ability, so if I try to kill something, it's not going to work. Wah wah. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have to stop attacking anyway if we're going to have a chance. And I don't honestly think we have much of one. They're going to draw 2 cards a turn now, too. Oh, boy. That is bad. That is bad news. I'm going to try to block with Willow Wind. I mean, they need something extra in their hand. Oh, I keep thinking I can block with Willow Wind when I can't. Freaking Ring Bearers. And now we're dead, because, well, I guess I can block with Delighted Halfling. We can also gain life, so we're not entirely dead, I guess. But it's been really annoying that our removal has been basically blanked this whole game. That hasn't been very much fun. It's really annoying I don't have a legendary creature, too. Ugh. Well, now we're dead. I guess I can gain life. We'll see if we can... we can see if we can make it work. Maybe they don't realize we can gain life and they'll attack in a crazy way. I don't imagine that's going to happen, but... Alright. So the win streak is over. It ended at 12-0. That's too bad. That is too bad. The problem with using it is that it was a fight effect. So, so the indestructibility and counter and lifelink all would have ruined my life. So it wasn't the kind of removal that I can burn off and I just lose the removal, in other words. My game plan of, like, try to kill them with my giant flyer, like, sort of... Like, if they hadn't gained 1,000,000 life, it would have worked, but they did. All right, looks pretty good. Nope, it was a sorcery, too, further making it challenging to find a window to play it. It was bad in that game. But there's a lot of cards that would be bad against Arwen. Most removal would be. Exile removal would have done something. Them getting her back with Samwise was backbreaking. That was really the thing that got us. This guy's so good. Right now, we're not playing anything next turn. Don't like that. And if I don't draw a land, I won't be playing anything the turn after. God, that's gross. I mean, I like the Trebuchet in my set review. I gave it a C+, which for a common especially is like a really good grade, but man... It's been a problem. I mean, yeah, we've only lost one game, but every game we've seen it, it has contributed massive amounts of damage. So... I guess I could have attacked there and threatened to use Pippin's Bravery. That might have just been better. Yeah, we're already at 12. Right where you want to be. Ugh. They don't have an army right now, but We'll see how long that matters. I'm going to play a 4/4. But yeah, them playing a 2/2 Menace on turn 2 is a nightmare. You know, we've seen 3 mana 2/2 Indestructibles before, and they're not that great. Oh, good, they have an army now. Oh my god. So this is the first time we've seen what I think is legitimately an aggro deck in this format. Like, everything else we've seen so far has been kind of slow. This is not. Man, if they have removal here... Oh, man, that would be... I think we're dead anyway, like, already. But, you know... I gotta get rid of this army, which I can do with Invasion or Thonk, at least. My goodness. Well, they have a really good blue black-red deck. God. So I could hit the token now, but then... then they're going to attack me anyway with this. Or they can just crew this. Like, there's nothing good for me to do here. I guess maybe the best thing is play Mental Door and hold up Pippin's Bravery and hope we can use the trick. Like, sadly, I think that's our best... option here. Too bad he doesn't get buffed when he blocks. We've seen cards before that do, and it does not. Pretty sure we're dead, but we have a bit of a chance. Not if they have removal. Yeah. Okay. So, I block there and here, I guess, and I go to 1 and hope Pippin's Bravery at least lets me kill Grand, but we're still dead. I mean, this is going to hit us for 2. This is going to hit us for 2. They don't need much. We kill their army, but they're still going to be able to attack us and make a boulder next turn, which will be enough to kill us, even if we can play Generous Ent here. Especially because Menace. If you have a response, just respond. Okay, well. Yeah, that's pretty good. Did they draw a trick to do 1 more damage here? Come on. Get to killing us. Oh, man. Yeah, that'll do it. That does it. We started 12-0, but we're 0-2 in our last 2 games. So, that was a beating. Those boulders, man. So I gave that thing a C+, but the trebuchet, that is, I feel like right now it seems better than that, but it's a small sample size. Like, I've seen so many people, you know, not just chip in for a bunch of extra damage with it, but sack the thing for value, which, you know, those are all things I thought it would do in the set review, but man. It's doing it more than I expected. Okay, we do have a turn 1 halfling. That's always good. We don't have anything that great to do with the mana on like turn 3 right now, but maybe we'll get something. I mean, using Ent's Fury to kill a 2-drop isn't terrible. Hello, D-Hobbit. I'm guessing you're excited about this format. Aha! Now we have something we can play. Thank goodness. Feels so much better when you can play a 3-drop on turn 2. We have Scry in our hand. Yeah, I think that means we hold on to this. It needs minor setup, but it pays you off for both sacrificing and working. So, I don't know. All right, well, they had enough of that. I guess I probably cast Council's Deliberation here. Mostly because if I draw a 1-drop, but I guess I only have 1 left in my whole deck, so yeah, it's probably not worth doing. We'll just attack them for 3. End our turn. I might also Forest Cycle now that they killed our Mana Dork. Might scare them into thinking we have counter magic, which might be useful. Well, I like that they played that when they don't have a token. The flavor, Elrond and Council's Deliberation, you know? Yeah, we're also going to do this. Then we're going to do this, which we'll get to scry, which means we get to draw a card. And I do think we want to draw that. I'm trying to decide what the chances are they can respond to Ent's Fury by killing Elrond. The chances are pretty good, unfortunately. I mean, they have to have a trick, basically. And there are a couple they could have. Kind of think I'm going to go for it. I guess I could have... Oh, I should have targeted Lothlorien Lookout. The idea of doing 1 more damage was exciting, but I definitely should have targeted my Lookout. Okay, well that's not backbreaking. It's still a... Oh, no, it's just a 1-for-1, yeah. Tempo 1-for-1. All right. That's dead. Very dead. Do I want to attack here and threaten to use Gift of Strands? I think I just play Bag in Porter. Looks a little like our deck from earlier. Wonder whether they are splashing something spicy. They have 1 black mana up, so they could have the Death Touch trick. But if they do have the Death Touch trick, I mean, I would just trade my Bag-End Porter. So... yeah, let's attack with the Porter. That works. Play Rivendell, then Kingfisher. I don't really think I want to fire off Ent's Fury on anything here. It does suck that they know we have it. Fight spells are a lot worse when your opponent knows you have them. I mean, if they want to use a trick to kill my Lothlorien Lookout, I'm all about that. I have way more mana up now, so I kind of hate the idea of trying to do Gift of Strands. And I still don't have a target that I'm desperate to use Ent's Fury on either, so I'm just going to attack with our Kingfisher. Then leave mana up for Glorious Gale and Gift of Strands. We have 5. At least makes them fire off another thing. I don't currently have any Scry, but we do have Rivendell in play. We do need a legendary, but I think that probably still means we hold on to that. Nice. If they try to play a creature, we counter it. Hopefully they don't play removal. Do I counter that creature? I mean, I think so. Is it exciting? No, but I don't know that they're going to play another one right now. And it hits pretty hard. I mean, you know. It would make blocking Bag-End Porter into an easier task. So... would make Bag-End Porter a 9/9 until end of turn. But it also seems kind of unnecessary. Yeah, I think we just attack with Bag-End Porter and Kingfisher. Yeah. Chump block. Watcher. I can attack with the Lookout to make this hit for 3 next turn, which is pretty good. The Lookout probably dies in the process, but maybe not. Ooh, value engine time. Hopefully they don't have any creatures on top of their library to rip through. So I guess that's an interesting attack. Okay, well that is some good news for everybody. Gives us a legendary creature. I mean, I think I'm probably supposed to use Ent's Fury here. I can pick off both blockers, potentially. Yeah, and then Legolas does 1 to the Pathfinder. I could have used it on Legolas, I guess, to kill them both, but this also kills them both, and if they have a trick, it's not as risky. So, in the sense that I don't lose Legolas, that is. I think that means they're dead. Guess I'll put that on the bottom in case my math is wrong. It's not. Nice. All right, well, we have one more game to play with this deck, one way or another. Whether we win or lose. We broke our 0-2 slump. I guess also if I'd used it on Legolas, it wouldn't have buffed the creature that I wanted to attack with that turn, but Legolas finally did something, which was cool. Picked off a 1-1. That's the dream. Okay, this looks fine. Have we scryed yet with Rivendell? We've had situations where we could, but we ended up just having a better play or a better way to scry. I think we probably play Nimrodel rather than leave up the Gale. Nice. Yeah, so we're going to attack. Then we'll play Kingfisher. Might get countered by Glorious Gale. Yeah, yep. Alright, so we can play this and leave up our Glorious Gale, which is nice. You know, unless they don't play anything. I hope they don't have another counter spell here. It's going to make me sad if they do. Looks like they don't. I guess drawing land, then Ent is pretty good. Yeah, I'll leave it as is. Saruman the White. Yeah, that is a problem. Luckily, I can kill him. Oh, yeah, I can. I won't be able to leave up... Yeah, I will. Yeah. So, the word's only 2, right? Saruman? Yeah. We're down to our 1 Glorious Gale. Hopefully they try to play an expensive creature here. They do. They do have a birthday escape. Alright, so attack them for 4. Bottom of land. So Scry 2 is not worth drawing a card straight up, but in the later stages of the game, it's pretty close. Because you can improve the quality of your draws by so much. That's why I do not like Breaking of the Fellowship. That is a really unimpressive removal spell. When you have to, like, kill your opponent's second best creature with it. Alright, they get to amass. Now I don't have a legendary that will allow me to scry. I mean, I think the blue-red deck can be good. We just, you know, we saw one that I think was pretty good. And this one might not be bad either. It's just we had a pretty good draw here. Just making sure I couldn't scry because I was sort of confused. Yeah, okay, so... Big green creatures, like, for the most part, did pretty well. I mean, we had some... You know, there were some problems. Obviously, we lost twice, but... Bag and Porter just being a 4/4 has been pretty, pretty useful. How many lands did I bottom throughout this draft? I feel like it was about 100 of them. Not just even in this game, but in general. Well, we won 7 both times. I can't really complain about that. It would have been cool to go 14-0, but we won 7 both our drafts, and that is a very good performance. You know, like I said, normally my first draft doesn't go well, so I sort of broke tradition here, where both went well. Hopefully that doesn't mean the rest of the format will be bad for me. So, you know, yeah. Unfortunately, like I've been saying, if you haven't been here, I have severe weather headed my way, and I have to